What's up everyone, Chris M. Walker from Legit here. Today's video is going to be super important for anybody that's either currently has an SEO or digital marketing agency or wants to start a digital marketing agency or SEO agency. It's actually going to be the first part in I don't know how many part yet series, but a multiple part series where I'm going to show you step by step, including doing some live, how to start getting SEO and digital marketing clients completely cold, meaning people that you've never talked to before, never heard of you before, and so on. I'm going to show you a software that is absolutely vital to make this work, and I'm going to show you how to use that and how to get that, and I'm going to show you a ChatGPT prompt that you can use in combination with that software to give to your prospects to get them to start a conversation with you and eventually become clients. That's going to be in this particular video in the part one. I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm actually going to email some people live in this video to show you that this is something that I would and have done, and show you how you can go about doing it too. And then in future, so that'll be it for this video, and then in future videos we're going to get into how to price them and how to sell them and so on. But for this video we're going to cover a quick, so let's get into it. I'm going to show you the software that's going to power this entire series that you have to have if you're serious about running an SEO or digital marketing agency and getting clients and keeping your pipeline full. So let's get started. So real quick, part one of the series is going to be this video, and we're going to talk about how to find leads that need your services, and then how you can give them something that's going to make them want to talk to you. How to give them something cheap or free that will get them to talk to you, and I call those a superstar offer. I've been using that term since probably 2017 because I like to talk about my brand. But that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, and then in future videos we'll get into other things. So what you absolutely have to have to make this work is this software called Legit Leads. Now, this is a software that I had developed because I used to have, when I was focusing on getting clients for my agency, there was a tool back then that did okay. It did something similar, but it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. It didn't connect me with anybody to get the stuff done or anything like that, and it also no longer exists. So this is Legit Leads. Full disclosure, I own this, but you're gonna have to get this for your to make this entire series work. The pricing is really reasonable, but we'll get into that later. But for now, I'm gonna just demonstrate how this is gonna work. I'm gonna find some leads with it, and then we're gonna reach out to some clients or some potential clients. So let's go ahead and log in. All right, so you can see I've been doing some already this morning. It's currently June 15th, 2023, not 2020, good Lord. So this is Legit Leads, and it's really, really straightforward. What you do is you come over here to a new search. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. So let me zoom out one so you can kind of see it. You can click new search, and it gives you a bunch of different criteria that you can search by. A basic search just pulls in whatever. Needs blog content is someone that has a blog but has not updated it in some time. This one is one of my favorites, missing or broken SSL. The only problem with it is that most hosting packages and stuff today come with SSL, so you don't find that many results with that anymore. We got needs SEO. That's people that are ranking on page 2 or less. Needs analytics means they don't have Google Analytics installed. Needs reviews means they need Google reviews. Slow website is pretty straightforward. It means their website is slow. That one, if you're going to do a bunch of searches, I suggest you start with that one because it takes longer, because it literally goes out and tests the speed of all the websites for the search criteria you put in. And then missing schema. If you don't know what schema is, it's a type of code that describes data on your website, and it helps with SEO. And this will look for sites that don't have that, so you can easily do that for them. So what I suggest you do is you sit down on a Monday morning or whatever you work and pick a niche that you're going to go after that whole week, and just target different cities every day for as long as you do your outreach. So, all right, so what you're going to do is come up to a new search, and you're going to put in a keyword. The keyword is like the niche, and maybe we should change that to say niche. Maybe that'd be a little less confusing, but that's something like plumber, roofer, dentist, what have you. And then a location, which is basically a city. And it doesn't have to be, and people always ask, will it work in this country? Will it work for that country? And so on. It does, is the answer to that. So let's pick one. What I suggest you do is sit down on Monday morning or whatever day you do your outreach, and just pick a niche that you're going to target that whole week for all of your outreach. Or you can hire somebody to do this off of Legit as well if you prefer to go that route. But this is designed to be super simple, something you can do at night if you want to do that after work or whatever. That's what I used to do. So let's go ahead and we're going to choose our niche today is going to be plumber. And our location is going to be Detroit. And I don't know why I'm picking those, but that's been what I've been testing with all day. So that's what we're going to do. To walk through the different criteria real quick, you have basic search, which just pulls in a bunch of leads. You got needs blog content, which means they have a blog, but they haven't been updating it. So you can hire them some writers, or you can just use some ChatGPT. We're going to talk about that later. Missing or broken SSL means their site does not have HTTPS. This is a great one if you can find them, because it's really easy to close these people. But the problem is that most hosting now comes with that like built in, so it doesn't return that many results. So that's just something to be aware of. Needs SEO, that means that they're ranking on page 2 or lower. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Needs analytics means they don't have Google Analytics. Needs reviews means that they need Google reviews. A slow website means their website is slow, so you can help them speed it up. If you're going to do multiple of these at once, I suggest you start with that one because it takes longer. And missing schema. Schema, if you don't know, is a type of code that describes data on your website and it helps your website rank. That's kind of the most basic way I can put that. And this will detect sites that don't have that, so you can kind of sell them on that. So let's start with slow website because that one takes the longest. So we're going to search, and then we're going to try another search because I like to keep doing this until it like gets some results for me. So let's go with plumber again, and Detroit. And let's go with needs SEO because I figure that's what most of the people watching this are interested in. And let's do a new search. And we're going to go with plumber. Go ahead and copy that. And Detroit. And let's do missing or broken SSL. And let's do another one. Plumber. Detroit. Let's go with needs analytics. And I'm just picking these at random. And let's do a new search. See how I'm just like filling up the queue as much as I possibly can. Detroit, and you can have these emailed to you if you prefer. I never do. Search. Oops, I didn't search. Missing schema. And new search. Dentist, or excuse me, plumber in Detroit. And needs analytics, or did I do that one already? Needs blog content. And I just keep doing this until one of them finishes. So new search. Plumber. Detroit. What's going on in the D? Do a basic search. All right, and the needs SEO one is done. So let's take a look at that. So what this has done is gone out and pulled in 25 leads of sites that need SEO, that plumbers that need SEO in Detroit, and have some contact information, whether it's an email, whether it's a phone number. Wow, 404 error on the brain there, and so on. So now you can see what we have. If you just want to do cold email and you don't want to pick up the phone, I don't suggest that, but you know, you do you. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7 people that we can now contact. So let's actually go and see what we can do. So now what I would do is I like to go and look at their site a little bit just to get some information. I think there was actually another one in there. So let's check out iron pipes, sewer, and drains. What a terrible URL. No offense, whoever the site belongs to. This looks like a lead gen site. I bet this is a lead gen site. Well, maybe not. About us. Yeah, this is a lead gen site, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think this might be a lead gen site, but you know, who cares for our purposes. Let's go ahead and get to the next part. Now, you're going to want to do this with all of these, of course, but what I like to do to try to get a client is to give them some value, and I hate that expression, but give them some value so you can like start a conversation with them. and then you can maybe try to bring up selling them some services. Now I'm going to show you a way of something that you can give them really easy, that's really easy to do, and then a script that you can use to email them one at a time, or well, we'll cover how to do more in a future video. So next tool that you're going to need is ChatGPT. All right, so then you want to do is use ChatGPT, and to make this work, you probably need ChatGPT 4, and as well as the Brainwork plugin. This was not working earlier, this plugin, but it makes this prompt work. And I can give you this prompt if you want it. I've actually had it in a previous video as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down here and paste in the prompt, and then we need to change the name. So it's Iron Pipes Plumbing and Drains Cleanup. Detroit, Michigan. Let's find the address. So basically, that's the only part of this you have to change. Once this goes through, I'll walk you through the whole thing because it's just easier to do that with the data. But basically, it's telling them it's creating a local SEO audit for them and telling them how much they will make from SEO if they invest in it. And you can change the numbers in here as well to make that make more sense for you and your margins and so on. So let's go ahead and I always want to say search. Let's go ahead and chat. All right, we're back, and it took quite a while this time. For some reason, ChatGPT is working slowly today. I guess I don't really have anything else to say, but you can go watch the video. I'll link where I went through this prompt before, but basically it gives them it creates an audit and shows you how to sell it to them by breaking down how much they would make in potential revenue based on different keywords and click-through rate and so on. You can put in whatever numbers you want. So these numbers are completely arbitrary. They might be too low. They might be too high. You'll have to do a little research and understand that. But it gives you that. It talks a little bit about their industry. It talks about optimizing their local SEO and some different things that you can do. Some long tail search keyword terms that they can be using. A short business description for them that's made specifically for them. A long one as well. And some some service keywords for SEO. I'm rambling. Some services with SEO keywords that they can use, and some optimized descriptions. So the service for emergency plumbing would be this one, and so on. And is it super in depth? No. Is it something that will be impressive to a random business owner? Yes. So what you can then do, and it gives you even a script here that you can say to them. Although I'm going to use something else personally. So what we can do then, and by the way, you can try and copy it from the little copy button here, but to me, in my experience, it doesn't work that well. So let's go ahead and do this. And this looks better when the Brainwork plugin is working, but of course it's not working today. So copy this portion of it, and then we're going to come up here and start a new doc. And we're going to paste it in. Now, if I were going to be doing this hardcore, I would actually design a nice looking PDF and just copy the data in here in a different way, because for whatever reason, the formatting just from ChatGPT just does not work that well. And if you use the copy button, it doesn't work that well either. So play with that and get it right. But then what you do is you just save this as a PDF. Actually, let's make sure we remove this portion. And save this as a PDF. What was the name of this business? Iron Pipes Plumbing and Cleanup. I still feel like this is a lead gen site, but I could be wrong. And we're going to download this as a PDF. And now we're literally going to go and email them, and I'm going to show you exactly what we can do, or what to say. All right, so we have saved that into a PDF, and I have put this in an email. Now, obviously, you're going to have to try different You're going to have to try different subject lines and different types of email messages to see what works best for you. But this one I think will be pretty effective. Now, it would be more effective if we had a name. I would put question for name, and I would put their name here, but we don't have one right now. But let's walk through this. I know you're busy. I know you're very busy, so let me get right to it. I do that rather than introduce myself because you only have a second to get to them. And if you start talking about who you are, no one cares who you are. So next up is I put together an audit of your website and SEO for you. It has 7 actionable, let's call them steps instead of points. Steps that you can implement for free today that will help you get your phone ringing even more from people that are searching for plumbers in Detroit. There's no charge or commitment or anything like that. It's just something that I wanted to give you to help you out. I hope you will take advantage of it and put it into use. If you need any help with it, let me know, and I'll be happy to assist in implementing it for you. Or if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Have a great rest of your week. You see how it's not talking about any nerdy SEO details or anything like that. It's not too long. It's something they can consume in less than a minute. And then it gives them the attachment, the audit that we just created with ChatGPT as a PDF. So that's all there is to it. Then you just send that away. And I would, if you're doing this manually one at a time, I would keep track of it in some sort of spreadsheet so you remember where you are with that particular person. But in a future video, I'm going to show you a way to kind of automate this a little better and, kind of get a system in place. But for now, you can just do it one at a time as you have time. That's what I did back when I started, and it works. So, and then we'll just go ahead and we're literally going to send this. Like, I don't particularly want another client, and I don't think this is going to work, or this particular one is going to respond because I think it's a lead gen site, but I could be wrong about that. But anyway, this is just for demonstration purposes anyway. So we'll send, and that's it. And then you would just go through and do an audit for each one of these that you have. Assuming you just want to do email. If you want to do cold calling, you have to change it up a little bit, but it's pretty much the same process. Can I send this over to you? Can I walk you through it? That sort of thing. But then you would just go through and do an audit in ChatGPT for each one of these and send that over to them and close them. Now, I think that's where we're going to stop for now, but let's recap real quick. So let's just recap real quick. In order to make this work, you absolutely must sign up for legit leads. There's no other software anywhere like it that's going to find leads and be as simple to use. And then I didn't even get into this, but it's also going to recommend people that can do the work for you. I didn't get into that because that's a little later on in the process, but it's going to even find people that can do for you the things that you need done. So you absolutely have to sign up for this. You come up to pricing. You choose the plan that you want. I think you should choose the lifetime one because, that way you don't have a lifetime commitment to it. But, if you want to pay me every month for something that you literally won't be able to live without, I'm fine with that too. So check that out. Sign up for whatever plan you want. Log in. Do as many searches as you can and go through. Find ones that need what you need or what you do. Send them an email with the script that I can get. I can put that in a doc for you if you want, or you can just copy it from the video or write your own. And it also comes with some email templates and some training, which I'm going to talk about in a second. Then you run the audit with ChatGPT. Hopefully, by the time you see this, the Brainwork plugin will be working again. But if not, just do it without it. It works okay without it. And then just send that over to them and one at a time. And wait for them to reply, and we'll cover that, what to say to them in a future video and how to automate this whole process so it's not quite as time consuming and laborious, and so you can send follow-ups and other things like that. But then that's pretty much it, right? So the process is get leads with legit leads, audit their business, create an audit for their business with ChatGPT, and send them an email and watch the magic happen. Then you can sell them on whatever you do or whatever, and we'll in the next video. So that wraps it up for this video. I need you to go to legitleads.com, sign up for this, and get started with that. I want you to follow along with this process at home and let me know how it goes so we can work on it together. But I know this is going to work from my experience. So once you sign up, you log in and you come in and you just do as many searches as you can, and you email them like I demonstrated, and then later on it'll actually recommend services to do the work for you as well if you don't want to do the work yourself, which why wouldn't you? Or why would you? You know, you want to have an agency in a box type of thing. It comes with some email templates, quite a few of them actually that you can use. And then you can use the one that I just showed you. I'll actually go ahead and add that in here as well. And then there's training in here on how to use the software, but there's also going to be included with it my course, Chris M. Walker Agency Mastery, which is everything you need to get started with your agency. This will be included as well. And this goes really deep. And it talks about fulfillment, getting clients, setting up your agency, and everything else. So this is great. This is normally, I think, a $67 course. That's going to be included in Legit Leads also. I'm out of breath. Then once you have some leads, you just do an audit for each one with ChatGPT, and you email it over to them, and you wait for them to get back to you. Now, in the next video, we're going to talk about how to automate that and make that go a little faster, a little easier. And then we'll talk a little bit about how to actually close them, how to determine the pricing, and so on. So look out for that in the next video. But if you have questions about this video, ask them in the comments. In the meantime, I want you to go ahead and sign up for Legit Leads and kind of follow along with this study as we do it, so you can kind of see it in action and do it for yourself as well and start making some sales, because there's no way to have success faster than just going and doing it. So sign up for Legit Leads. I showed you the pricing plans, but I'll leave the link in the comment. Just get the lifetime version. It's the best deal. And then ChatGPT is free. So you can do as many of these a day as you want, and just keep plugging away until you get that first, that second, that third, that 10th client, and go from there. So I hope you enjoyed this. My name is Chris M. Walker. There'll be another follow-up video on this pretty soon, and I'll see you then. Peace.